in front of me I have the brand new Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and its specifications. So, let's just jump straight into this. We do have pull tabs at the back, so let's yoink those, and wow, this actually came off in one piece. How about this one? And there we go, the Samsung bullshit. Cool, right off the bat. There we go. So, getting into the box, we have our stylus. Ooh, this one actually looks pretty nice. It literally has like a pencil look to it. I do like this. Anyway, here we get the tablet itself. Let's boot it up. I'm gonna set it to the side once it actually starts to turn on. In a moment now, there we go. And in here we also have our paperwork, along with our and that's a long cable, Type-C to Type-C cable, and that's about it. So, here's the device. Wow, we missed such a perfect battery percentage. Damn, I actually can't get past this. This is a really nice feeling pencil. It just genuinely feels like a pencil, just because of the shape and even the weight. So, I do want to give props where they're due. Now, because this is still a glassy display, it doesn't have that nice feeling of a pencil where it just kind of catches it, but you could technically apply a just kind of matte foil on here, and it would give you most likely a much accurate kind of representation of what a paper and pencil would feel like. Now, alright, we need to restart the device because it's Samsung. Cool. Anyway, so while it's rebooting, let's talk about the display right here. This is an 11-inch display with a resolution of 1600 by 2560. It's a dynamic AMOLED display, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR10 Plus certified with a peak brightness of 1600 nits. It boasts an 83.6% screen-to-body ratio, a pixel density of 274 pixels per inch, covered with a Mosh Level 5 glass. And this is the display. Now, out of all of the jumbo that I just spilled out of my mouth right here, to say it basically in a plain terms, it's a decent display. It's everything that you'd expect. The only thing that kind of lacks, in my opinion, is the brightness. It's a tablet though, so it's not as important. You most likely won't be using this as often as you use your phone outside, so it shouldn't really matter that much. And 1600 nits is still plenty bright, specifically for indoor usage. That is more than ample amounts of brightness. Now, another thing here that I kind of find a little bit lacking is the screen-to-body ratio. You can see these bezels are freaking humongous. And if I bring up something like their S25 lineup of devices, which I have a screen protector applied to it that already makes them thicker just because it's a pretty bad screen protector, but it is matte, so that's kind of why. Let me just first turn on light mode. There we go. So here you can see these are the bezels on a phone, and these are, like I said, thicker than they actually are just because of the screen protector with this kind of like anytime there's like an edge, it has a black border to it. You can see it around the camera right here. So yeah, it makes these bezels actually thicker than they actually are. And just have a look at comparison. These are like, what, couple millimeters at best? These are freaking enormous. So for a device released in 2025, like right now, September 4th, these bezels are, for the price of this device, I would say a bit unacceptable. So that's just kind of my approach to this. When spending nearly, what, 900 euros on this? Wow. And you went with Dimensity, bold. 900 euros, these have no place, especially when you're already skimping out on implementing a Snapdragon in here and adding things like, for instance, Dolby Vision certification and some other things. So, you know, I just want to point this out because even though it's a great package, it's lacking, and there are things that Samsung just completely skims out on to basically save on cost. that you're still paying for this, what's supposed to be here, but you're not getting it. So things like I said, Dolby Vision, it could have been well in here, no problem. It would allow you to watch Netflix with better kind of looking quality, image quality. That's one thing. The bezels could have been smaller. That's funny, the Dimensity is just a kind of bit of a yikes. So with that out of the way, nice. I can skip connecting to Wi-Fi. Thank you, Samsung. How graceful of you. Anyway, with the display out of the way, let's move into the internals. I did mention the processor being the Dimensity. More precisely, is the Dimensity 9400 Plus. So it is a good processor, but it's still a Dimensity, which means that it's a little bit lower end than what, for instance, Snapdragon offers. And you just actually make double sure how close it is. So 9400 plus. Probably misspelled something. Yep, I did. Let's see. There we go. Let's look at versus.com. So we're looking at. Oh boy. What is this kind of? My goodness, these websites, in terms of comparing the processors, it's freaking horrendous. Wow. Okay, so yep, it looks like. Oh, but this is okay. It's going to be hard to tell you this, but by the looks of it, they're. Depending on what kind of benchmarks that people do, they're about the same. Sometimes Snapdragon is better, sometimes Dimensity, though it's referring to Dimensity 9400, not the Plus version of it. So, and I just cannot find the info for it. Which, for actual like comparisons between one and the other processor, mobile ones, it's kind of annoying to find reliable information. They're always just different, and it doesn't help them when you have, for instance, manufacturers like Samsung, which, for instance, S25 phone has the same processor as the Ultra, yet Ultra gets better benchmarks than the non-Ultra, and supposedly they're all overclocked to the same rate, but Ultra is the only one that gets much higher scores than the non-Ultra versions. And for instance, if you even compare it to something like the Nubia Z70 Ultra, which also has the same processor, that basically approaches Ultra and it's not overclocked. So it's just very all over the place, and it's hard to kind of define which it is. But to say it kind of in a simplest way, they appear to be very close to each other. So the Dimensity and the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Now, with that out of the way, apart from the processor, we have 8,400 mAh battery that can be charged at a whopping 45 watts. Are you feeling okay, Samsung, here? Isn't that too much wattage that you're pushing into your device? You're not afraid that it's going to blow up? Wow. I want to point out that this is a okay charging speed. It's not like super fantastic. There are devices that charge still faster wirelessly. But considering this is their lowest end tablet, so not the Ultra version, if you compare it to something like the S25 that charges at 25 watts versus the Ultra at 45, I would have expected them to keep the same kind of bullshit logic here, but supposedly they give us actually decent charging speed here, which, quickly checking, the Ultra charges at the same speed, which, again, a bit disappointing in this case. So, pretty good battery here. Oh, pretty good. That's an understatement. Over exaggeration. Oh, that's the word that I'm looking for. It's an average battery size right here. There are phones that have bigger battery than this, but it's Samsung, so we can't expect too much from one of the leading companies in terms of manufacturing electronics. Let's not expect too much from them. Apart from highest price, then we can expect that. Anyway, so moving on, we have expandable storage Are we feeling okay here, Samsung? Holy hell. We have 128 gigabytes of storage built in with 12 gigs of RAM, and you can get it up to half a terabyte also with 12 gigs of RAM. These are actually okay storages, specifically the base entry 128. It's a little bit on a lower end. I would prefer to see like 256, but the fact that we have expandable storage, it's already, I would say, makes up for it, because you can just pop in an SD card and like have an additional terabyte of storage, so that's fine. Now, if we flip it over to the back, we have our camera, and there's just a single camera on the back, and that is a 13 megapixel 2.0 aperture wide sensor that does 4K 30 and 1080p 30. And then a selfie, there's a 12 megapixel ultra wide 120 degree field of view, 2.4 aperture that does the same thing as the back one, 4K 30, 1080p 30. And so nothing really special here. Lastly, let's talk about the Android right here. Close this up, come on. So we are running Android 16 right here, and this actually has a little bit of a different look than the phone, even though it's One UI 8. Okay, that's why it looks a little bit different. It still has the same kind of vibe as, for instance, on my device, which is running One UI, I think, 7. But it has like these effects. So for instance, there's like a border before there wasn't one, so you just have these toggles floating. So this has, let me just quickly check on my phone. Okay, maybe it might be a little bit harder to tell because right here, when you pull it down, you do have like this blurred background. But yeah, there's no like visible border like it is right here. So yeah, anyway, let's quickly go into about tablet, and we can see we have software information, Android 16, and One UI 8, so everything tracks. And apart from that, we should have also, several years of upgrades right here, though on GSM Arena it's actually not stated about this, but Samsung typically does give us like several years of life cycle, I think like 5. I don't know if this is the same for tablets. I know it's for phones primarily. So yeah, now talking about the build quality of it, it's another tablet. It's almost identical in terms of build quality to the previous S lineup, as far as I can tell. There is a SD tray right here that you can see. We have our power/volume markers right here. The only difference here is the camera design. So this looks a little bit different than the previous generation, but still the back is very similar with the antenna array right here on the side and glass front. What a surprise here, right? And like I said, even the bezels seem to be about as thick as they were in the previous generation. The change, I think, is that we can see right here is in the speaker grills. So these are a bit of a newer kind of look as far as I can tell. We also have our Type-C charging port. Then on the other side, we have more speaker grills, our microphone in the middle right here, and then we're already done here. And then at the bottom here, we have these little punch holes are for when you're using like the folio case or whatever, keyboard, mouse, kind of trackpad thingy thing. So just kind of sockets in here and magnetically attaches to the bottom here. So that's about everything that there is. Now, like I was mentioning, it's a pretty expensive device coming at like 900 euros. That is not a cheap device. And like I was also mentioning, it does skimp out on several things, certifications to cut costs, and it really depends on if you already have Samsung devices, if you want to stay with the ecosystem and overpay for it, because truth is you are simply overpaying for this. 900 euros, there is nothing like super standing out right here, no certifications like I mentioned. The charging speed is just kind of mid. The battery life for the size of this, or the battery size for the size of the tablet itself, is average at best, because it's Samsung, so that's to be expected, but it's not what you should be expecting from a size like this of a tablet. and the battery size. Like I mentioned, phones can have nearly as much battery while being less than half the size of this. So there's no reason why Samsung can, while also packing basically the same amount of power, 12 gigs of RAM, 256 storage, 8 Elite processor. So there is no reason for this to be basically similar to a device like a phone that costs half the price of this, like literally half the price, like the Z70 Ultra. Now I know I am comparing a phone to a tablet, but I just want to kind of give a comparison. The only difference there is the size of the device, and other than that, the phone basically has everything as good, if not better, compared to Samsung offerings in general. The thing that I do want to point out though, Samsung, pretty good software. You might hate it, love it, but in general, it's a pretty good made software. It has additional features that you typically don't have in stock Androids, which does add to the value of the device. Now, is it worth the 900 euro price tag? I don't know. It's probably up to you to decide. And another thing in here that we get for that 900 euros is the pencil. And I do have to say this is one of the nicer pencils that you get with the devices nowadays, just because of the traditional pencil shape. That's literally what it is. I don't know if it's nostalgia for me or not, but I do really like it. It feels nice in hand. It also has the button, as you typically accept, and yeah, that's about it. But you can get devices that are basically cheaper than this while offering everything the same, minus the software. So anyway, that basically sums it up. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to set up your Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin! And let's hit that beautiful button and let's begin the setup. First, we want to choose our language. I'm going to choose one of the million different English languages. Let's go with United Kingdom, I guess. Now you can select our country or region. It doesn't really matter that much, but I'm going to choose United Kingdom as well. Now we have to restart our device. I'm really sorry for the quality of the camera. I can't leave my pens like this, so you won't get really flashbanged. This is because I had to change the shutter speed, which means that the exposure is really all over the place, unfortunately. Yeah, that's not very good. But if I wouldn't change the shutter speed, then you would see the little artifacts on the screen, which isn't very cool. So yeah. And finally, we can begin, or we can continue the process of setting up our device. We can agree to, we have to agree to end user license agreement, and we really don't have to agree to sending diagnostic data. There's no need to. Just go with next. And now we can perform an easy setup with another device. This is very, very useful, especially if you are coming from older device. It doesn't really have to be a tablet. You can come from, for example, some old phone. You can copy all the setup, all the settings, everything from that phone here, which is very, very cool. But anyway, I will go with setup manually because I don't really have other things right now, unfortunately. However, once again, if you have another device, I would strongly advise you to do it then, because later, I don't think you can actually do that like a legit way. You will have to install some sort of third-party application software. Anyway, we can now go into our networks here. I will choose this one, main, and I will input its password. And if you don't know your network password, then first of all, how did you manage to connect to it? First, anyway, if you want to know where the password is, you probably want to search for like a little sticker. Usually it's below or next to the router. And usually it has a password and even better a QR code. Let's just go with connect. And we are connected. So our phone is, our tablet is now getting ready. And this process may take a few minutes, so we have to be just patient. And in any moment now, we should be able to see the grand copy apps and data. This is very similar to the snap with another device, but this time we are not setting up, we are only copying all the applications and data. Once again, incredibly useful tool. I would strongly advise you to use it if you're coming from an older device. If you're not, just go with don't copy. And now, if I remember correctly, we should be able to log in into our Google account. I think so. Exactly. We can skip that, but I wouldn't really advise you doing that, since, let's be honest, you're going to use the Google account anyway for the Google Play, YouTube, everything else. Let's just connect to it. And now a little nice fun fact that many people don't know: you actually don't have to input the @gmail.com every single time. You can just do this, like the first half will be good enough. If it is correct, okay, sorry, it wasn't correct. I have forgotten to put double Y. Now it's correct. And after the Google says that this is indeed the legit account, we will be able to input our password. Once again, if you don't know your password, you probably just want to click forgot password, and then you will go through the process of getting your passwords back. And if the password is correct, we can now go with next, and we should be able to log in into our account. But before we do that, we have to agree to terms of service and privacy policy. And now we can choose between... we can't choose, that's interesting. Usually you also have the ability to choose between adding the parental controls from Google or not. I guess not this time then. Cool. We now have the ability to protect our tablet. We can go with pattern, password, PIN, fingerprints, and face recognition. Don't be fooled by these two options. You will have to add one of the bottom three before actually being able to add fingerprints or face recognition. I will go with pattern, and I will go with a very simple L-shaped pattern. And we also have a very nice warning that if we forget this pattern, we won't be able to get it back. We won't be able to do that. We'll have to reset the table, the tablets, and reset all the data that comes with it. So once again, I will go with a very simple L shape, but you probably want to set up something more different, more specific. And we have our, sorry for that. We have our Google services like use location, allow scanning, and sending usage and diagnostic data. Usually I like to disable this one and leave these two on, but once again, you can just choose whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. Let's hit accept. And now backup of your device. Incredibly important feature. Once again, it drives me crazy to know how many people do not have their backup enabled. Trust me guys, it's very important to have it. If you don't have your backup, you're just not prepared for the day something unfortunate will happen. Maybe your tablet will freeze to death, maybe someone will steal it from you, maybe you'll accidentally drop it into road or something and car will run over it. I have no idea what I'm saying right now, but my point is, have your backup on. You don't really have to device data. Usually you have this backup otherwise, but many people just suffer because they have lost so many precious of photos and videos, while they could have just, enabled backup and there wouldn't be any issue whatsoever. So I strongly encourage you to enable backup. And now we can proceed with the setup. You can choose our browser and search engine. I'm going to go with Firefox, like it. And I'm also going to go with Brave. It doesn't really matter what you're going to choose here, because you can always just search and install these things later. Well, as I said before, whatever floats your boat. But now we have Gemini, the good old Gemini. I hate it. We can go with continue, but I'm going to go with no thanks. I am not a really big fan of Gemini accidentally enabling itself. It can be pretty annoying, let's be honest here. So now we have the ability to log into our Samsung account. Now, I would say it doesn't really make sense for you to have a Samsung tablet and not have a Samsung account, by being completely honest here. So I will go and choose I want to log in. You can go and log in with our Gmail here. This time we have to go with @gmail.com. Let's go with next. And now we want to input our password to it. And if the password is correct, we can now click sign in. And damn it, my password isn't correct. I thought that would happen because I didn't remember my password. Give me a moment. Okay, let me try once again. And this time I managed to remember it. Congratulations. Congratulations to me, I guess. Anyway, we now have to agree to terms of conditions, but we don't really have to agree to any other of these things, so I will just go with agree. And unfortunately, our account, at least my account, has two-step verification, so we have to enter the code that we sent to our phone number, which is quite unfortunate because I don't think I have this phone number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly log in into the other Samsung account that I have. Okay, I managed to find one of my Galaxy phones. I have plenty of phones, as you can see. Here's my Galaxy A20a. But of course, usually you probably want to two-step verification with your code or a Gmail account. We can go with into didn't get verification code, and we can just send code again. So now on our devices, I want this device. We should receive a new code. Which looks like isn't really appearing on my device here, which is quite unfortunate. It does have internet connection, which once again is really unfortunate. But I will pause the recording and I will just unpause it when I'm logged in. Don't want to waste too much of your time. And once again, it should be really straightforward on your device. Just input the code from your Gmail or from any other source, and that you have your verification turned on. I know how disappointing this sounds, but actually I didn't manage to log in into my account. I have literally lost my phone number, which is quite unfortunate. But anyway, I will now show you how to skip logging into the Google account and to the Samsung account, because I cannot get into one. You want to click the forgot passwords and then later in the settings and skip. It's incredibly disappointing, I know, I'm sorry. I don't think there was like much of things to set up after you have connected your Samsung account. There's almost none, so yeah. So what do we want to do now? Well, we can agree to terms of conditions. We actually have to, and all of these are optional, so I'm not going to bother with them. I'm going to agree. We have few Samsung services which are still available even if you aren't really logged into your Samsung account, like auto blocker, customization service, and personal data intelligence. We can leave them on, but if you want to, you can always disable them. We can switch between light and dark mode, but because of my problems with camera and all of that, I'm going to stay on the light mode. Now we want to wait for a moment, and in a moment now we should be able to continue going on with our stuff, and actually it's done. Let's hit home, and as you can see, our tablet is done and ready to use. Oh, so beautiful. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to check the serial number of this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find About Tablet. And as you can see right here, we've got the serial number of this device, and if for some reason you cannot find it here, just go to the status information and the serial number should appear also in this section. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to show battery percentage on the status bar in this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll and find the battery. Then let's scroll down and localize the option Show Battery Percentage, and here just by using the switcher you can either turn on or off this option. So just make it active to apply the percentage, which will be displayed inside the battery icon. Of course, you can turn this option off just by tapping on the switcher again. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to clear credentials on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down and find security and privacy. Then let's scroll down again and go to more security settings. Then scroll down and localize this option, clear credentials. It should be in this credential storage section. So let's simply tap on it and tap on remove. Now let's confirm everything with your screen lock, and not only you've got this information, but also this option is inactive, which means that you just successfully removed all saved certificates. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to change the screen timeout on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll and find the display. Then let's scroll down again and find screen timeout. And here we've got some options from which we can choose. At the top we've got relatively short options like 15 or 30 seconds, and at the bottom the longest, which is 10 minutes. So all you have to do is to simply mark the option which you'd like to use. I'll pick 2 minutes, and after getting back you can see that it is immediately notified right here, which means that from now on, after 2 minutes of inactivity, this device will black out. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to turn off running apps on this device. So all we have to do is to open the recents. If you've got the 3-button navigation, simply tap on the button with 3 bars icon, and if you've got the gesture, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device, just like that. And here we've got the recents. If you wish, you can close them one by one manually just by swiping them up, but I highly recommend to simply tap on close all to close all of them. And as you can see, we just got back to the home page, and after entering the recents, you can see that here we've got no recently used apps, which means that we just successfully closed all of them. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to switch to dark mode on Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin. First, you want to head into settings, then scroll down a little and enter display. At the top of display we have light and dark mode. All you want to do is simply switch to the dark mode. And as you can see, we are now in the dark mode itself, but of course you can always go into dark mode settings, and then we can enable turn on scheduled if you want to have it automatically set up, for example from sunset to sunrise, or in a custom schedule based by in-device timer, basically. And that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to check for the software updates on this device. So first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required, and then let's open the settings. Here in this left section we have to scroll down and find this option, software update. It should be almost at the very bottom of the list, and here let's simply tap on download and install. Now your device will check for the updates, and basically we can meet 2 different scenarios. This is the first one where your software is up to date and there's nothing to download, and the second one is where your device will actually find the update. It will show you the information about it, what has been fixed, what has been added, and then you will be able to tap on download or install and apply the update. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to change the video resolution on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app. And currently we are in the standard photo mode, so we can switch it to the video one. Just tap on the video. If you can see this red dot inside the shutter button, it means that you're on the video mode for sure. Now we can take a look at this option bar here, and at the top we've got the option which is connected with the resolution. So let's simply tap on it, and as you can see here it is marked as size, but we've got 3 different options, so UHD, FHD and HD. All you have to do is to tap on the specific option which you'd like to use. It's totally up to you, and from now on it will be shown on this icon, and it means that our device will use the chosen resolution whilst recording a video. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Morning guys, in front of me is Samsung Galaxy Tab S11 and let me show you how to add a fingerprint to this device. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select security and privacy, and now mark lock screen. Here draw your unlock pattern if you already have one, and then select fingerprints. Tap on continue, register, and as you can see your fingerprint sensor is located on your home screen, so just keep tapping till it's fully added. Lift your finger up, then place it on the sensor, and just repeat the action several times. And that's it, it has been added. Tap on done. And from now on you can unlock your device with this fingerprint only. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hi guys, today we've got here Galaxy Tab S11 and let me show you how to change wallpaper on this device. So at first open the settings, then find and select wallpaper and style, and here go to change wallpapers. Now pick the album from which you want to select your wallpaper. It can be something from your gallery, like favorites, recent photos. It can be one from featured wallpapers or color graphical wallpaper. You can create your wallpaper with AI if you wish. Also, you can choose some dynamic lock screen or Samsung Global Goals wallpaper service. But let me pick one from featured wallpapers, for example, this doggo. Then decide if it's for both home and lock screens. Tap on next. Mark done. And that's it. As you can see, from now on, this photo is covering both your home and lock screen as well. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to change screen timeout on Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin. First, you want to simply navigate into your settings. Then, you want to scroll down a little and enter display. In here, you can scroll down once again, and finally you should be able to see screen timeout. As you can see, currently it is set to 30 seconds, and this means that after 30 seconds of an activity, our screen will automatically lock itself. I will bump up this value to, for example, 5 minutes. And by the way, you can always enable keep screen on while viewing, so you can have still like the first very low timeout, while also not having that very annoying issue of having your screen turn off even though you're actually using it. Just note that, generally speaking, the higher the value, the bigger battery usage, on average. And that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye! Hello, and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to set up the flash notifications on Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin! First of all, let's go into the settings. Then let's scroll down a little, well, actually all the way down, and then head into accessibility options. In here, you want to go into advanced settings, and right here under notification we have flash notification. Let's click that. And we can enable both flash notifications, the camera flash notification, which will flash our camera, and screen flash notification, which will flash our screen. I'm going to go with this one. We can choose a color. I do not really like this piss color because I just find it ugly. I will go with this blue one here. And let's hit save. And you can preview to see how this looks. So every time we'll receive a notification, we'll basically see something like this. And that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to allow unknown sources on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down and find security and privacy. Then let's scroll down and find more security settings and localize the option which is called Install Unknown Apps. And as you can see here, we've got the list of apps which are allowed or not allowed to install some content. And if you wish to change it, so if you would like to allow Chrome, for example, to install something, simply find it and then tap on the switcher. And from now on, since this option is active, your device, actually the Chrome, is allowed to download some content, for example, the apps. However, be aware, because you're doing it on your own responsibility, some third-party apps aren't verified by the developer, so you may put your data and actually whole device at risk, so remember about that and choose the apps wisely. Of course, you can remove previously granted permissions just by tapping on the switcher, so you can do it one by one or simply tap on Deny All. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video I will show you how to change screen timeout on Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin. First, let's simply head into our settings. Then let's scroll down a little and enter Display. Inside Display, you want to scroll down until you will see something called Screen Timeout. As you can see, currently it is set to 1 minute. This means that after 1 minute of inactivity, our screen will automatically turn itself off. So, of course, I will increase it because I'm recording tutorials for this device right now. But just note that, generally speaking, the higher the value here, the higher battery usage. And also, you can enable Keep Screen On while viewing to, for example, be able to have it set to 30 seconds, but still have it set on for a longer time if you are looking at your screen. Note that this will use the front camera to detect our face, which some people might not like, the privacy reasons and all of that, so you can always disable it if you want to. And that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.
In front of me is Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off location. If you want to manage location right away, here's how I do it. Just go into Tab menu, look for location shortcut, and when you find it, click on it. If you see this pop-up, that means that you never disabled location before. Don't worry, just tap on close and it will be disabled. So when I do that and go back, I can set location is off. To switch it on, tap on the same, now grey switcher until it's white. If you have a bit more time, you can also go into settings, scroll to tap on location section, and use this switcher to turn it off or on. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome, in front of me is Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and in this video I will show you how to change DPI settings on this tablet. To change your DPI settings, you're gonna have to enter settings, then scroll down to display section. In display section, scroll down to font size and style, and in this menu you can change your font style by using one of the default ones, or by adding a new font by clicking download fonts. You can also change you can make it bold. You can change the size of it by moving this slider, and to apply settings, simply exit this menu and the changes will be applied automatically. You can also change the screen zoom by going to screen zoom settings and making it either bigger or smaller. Also, you can go to aspect ratio and set the aspect ratio for specific apps by changing it from app default to full screen or from full screen to app default. And that's basically how you change DPI settings on your tablet. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to change the ringtone on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to find the sound. Then let's tap on the ringtone, and here we've got the full list of pre-installed ringtones from which we can choose. At the top we've got the option, the silent one, which means that after choosing it your device will not use any kind of sound to notify about the incoming call. And on the other hand, in this plus icon we've got our own files, for example downloaded or recorded, and we can choose them and select them as a ringtone. So to listen how the particular ringtone sounds, you have to simply tap on it, and I'll pick maybe this one. And why we cannot hear it? Alright. And as you can see, this is how it works. So just tap on the option and then listen to it. So let's pretend I want this option to be set. So all I have to do is to make sure that it is marked and go back. And as you can see, it is notified right here, which means that from now on our device will use the chosen ringtone to notify us about the incoming call. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to clear the browser on this device. So let's start with opening the browser. In my case it will be Google Chrome, but no worries, this operation is pretty similar in all of the browsers which are commonly used, so I'm pretty sure that you will be able to figure out how to do it on your own browser. So now all we have to do is to tap on this three dot icon in the right upper corner and then tap on delete browsing data. Here we've got some basic options like visited websites, opened tabs, cookies, cache, and other site data. Here we can change the time range from last 15 minutes to, for example, last 4 weeks or even all time. It's totally up to you. Just tap on the option and then tap on delete data. However, if you wish to remove some advanced browsing history, just tap on more options, and here you've got them. So opened tabs, saved passwords, autofill from data, and site settings. So if you want to remove something, make sure that it is marked. I will remove almost everything and then tap on delete data. Moreover, at the top you've got another time range. You can change it, up to you, and tap on delete data to confirm. Tap on delete, and we just got back. Here we've got the information, which means that we just successfully removed the browsing history. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to add a Wi-Fi network onto your Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin! First, you want to expand the control center. Then you can press and hold onto the Wi-Fi icon. And just for convenience, we can click details to see more information. In here, you probably want to make sure that your Wi-Fi is enabled, and then you should be able to see every single network near your area. you want to connect to the network by simply clicking it and then inputting its password. If you don't know what the password is or where to find it, don't worry, it's pretty common. Usually the password is located somewhere on the router itself, usually in a sticker form below or next to the router. It really is hard to predict because there are many different routers, but just pick it up, rotate it around, look for it, and you should see the password. And now we can also go and just click connect. And if the password is correct, you should be connected to your network, and you can now freely use the Wi-Fi as you please. And that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye!
In front of me is Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I would like to show you how you can change font size. If size of your font on this tablet is way too big, way too small, or simply just not right, I will show you how to adjust it in a couple of seconds. Don't worry, I adjusted font size on all devices I ever tested, so I got you. Firstly, open Settings. Then scroll to tap on Display section. Following that, scroll down again, this time to click on Font Size and Style. Finally, you can operate this slider under Font Size to adjust it and check out Preview at the top. So when I do that and go back, I can see that size of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off Suggest Text Corrections option. Unfortunately, Samsung devices don't have autocorrection in Samsung default keyboard, so today I will show you next best thing. Begin by opening Settings. Now scroll all the way down and tap on General Management, where keyboard settings are located on all Samsung devices. Hit Samsung keyboard settings and tap on Auto Spell Check over here. Now it's time to click on this switcher next to your language to enable it. This feature will underline misspelled words in red and suggest corrections. So not quite like autocorrection, but at least you will see suggestions of corrections. If you don't like it, you can always switch it off by tapping on blue switcher until it's gray. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to change date and time on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down and find the option General Management. Let's tap. Then we have to tap on date and time, and as you can see here we've got some options which are currently invisible, actually because we are using the automatic date and the time, so let's simply turn off this option. Unfortunately, for some reason we are not able to turn off the automatic time zone, but we can still change the date and time. So let's simply tap on set date, and as you can see we can choose it from the calendar, so just find the option, tap on it and tap on done. It will be immediately set. Okay, and the time, just tap on it, and by swiping you can change the hours and minutes, and then tap on done to confirm, and as you can see it will be immediately applied. Here we can also decide what kind of clock format we want to use, so we've got the 24-hour format right now applied. We can set 12-hour format just by tapping on the switcher, and unfortunately we cannot change the date format, so we've got only the clock format available. Alright, so this is the whole manual customization of date and time, and of course we can go back to all previous settings just by tapping on this switcher here to set automatic date and time. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to change the system language on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find general management. Then let's go to language, and here we've got the languages which we've got currently applied. We've got English and Russian, I believe. Let's tap on add language, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available languages from which we can choose. So basically just find yours and then tap on it. I will pick maybe let me pick Turkish. Just choose the region if you can, and your device will immediately ask you whether you'd like to set the new language as a default one. So just tap on set as default, and as you can see, the Turkish language has been immediately applied to the list. It is at the top, it is also marked, and from now on the whole system will be displayed in the chosen language. If you've got more than one language added here, like I've got 3, then you can simply tap on the language and tap on apply, I believe, or change. And as you can see, right now we've got English set. If you wish to remove the languages from this list, just tap on edit, and here we have to mark those which we want to remove and tap on delete. Tap on remove, and we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to update the apps on this device. So let's begin with opening the Play Store. Before that, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required, and make sure that you've got also your Google account added to the device. Without it, you won't be able to recreate all of my steps. So if you wish, you can check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device if you don't want to do it on your own. So as I said, let's go to the Play Store and tap on this circle in the right upper corner, which is your account. Then let's tap on Manage Apps and Device, and here you can either tap on Updates Available or tap on Manage and tap on Updates Available. It's completely up to you. Basically, it will show you the same app, list. Basically, the only difference is the way of updating, because here you can mark different apps, like many of them, for example 2 or 3. And then tap on update, and in this first section about which I've just told you, here updates available, you can basically tap on update on the specific app, so you don't have to mark it in order to update it, or you can update all just by tapping on the switcher here, or button here. So basically those are the differences, and all you have to do is to tap on simply update, and your device will download the updates, and after that they will be successfully installed and automatically updated. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to change the 3 buttons navigation into the gestures in this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll and find display. Now let's scroll down and localize the option navigation bar. And here, as you can see, we've got 2 different options. Right now we've got buttons, and before we will set the gestures, I just wanted to show you that here in more options you can reorder them and change the button position from the right to the left. It's completely up to you. To set the gestures, we have to simply tap on this animation, and instead of the 3 buttons which were right here, we've got this line in the middle, which is responsible for some gestures, some actions. Here we can open more options, and basically we can change the gesture sensitivity to be lower or higher. But to be honest, I highly recommend to get back to this option after a while of using the gesture, so you will be able to decide whether you need the sensitivity to be changed. Alright, so in order to get back to the previous page, just like by using the back button, you have to swipe your finger from the side to the center, and if you can see this arrow, you can release the finger, and the same situation from the left side. If you wish to get back directly to the home page, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device, and make sure that this motion is quick and short, so do something like that. And if you wish to open the recents, repeat the gesture, so from the bottom to the center, but hold your finger somewhere here, like that. And after releasing here, we've got the recents. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to check the total screen time on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down and find digital well-being and parental controls. So here we've got the graph which will show us for how long we've been using this device today. In my case it is 28 minutes, and most of the time I've spent on the settings. We can simply tap on this graph and we will be transferred to the dashboard where we can check the specific screen time in particular days of the week. You can compare them, you can tap on the specific day and check some details. So for example, on Monday I was using the settings for 2 hours and 9 minutes, so that's quite a lot. Here you can tap on view all, so obviously you will have the list of apps which we've been using with a specific time we've spent on them. Here we've got also notifications and unlock counts. Here you can also show categories or show apps. It's up to you how you prefer to display it. Alright, let me go back. Here we've got also the section which sums up most used app categories, so you can check it. You can set also the screen time goal or use app timers. So for example, if you'll decide that you're spending too much time on the specific app, you can quickly disable it by setting the timer. So you can set the name of it, you can add schedule, you can choose specific days of the week and specific time. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to enable the developer options on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find About Tablet. Then let's go to the software information, and here we have to localize a special number which is called build number. As you can see, it's right here, so let's keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're in the developer mode. If you've got the screen lock, you will have to enter to confirm the whole step. Confirm it with tapping on OK, and we've got the info. So now all we have to do is to go back to this left section and scroll down to find developer options. Let's tap. So here we've got plenty of advanced settings which we can customize. So for example, we can show the text ID, we can show layout bounds, show visual feedback for tabs. Here we've got some options which are connected with the Bluetooth, and overall the networking. We've got also USB options. So in order to turn on the feature, you have to simply tap on the switcher on it, and I will pick maybe pointer location. As you can see, it will be immediately activated and applied. Of course, you can turn it off the same way. If you've got the options without the switcher, simply tap on them to open more options to choose from. If you're done with customization of developer options, you can always turn them off just by tapping on the switcher at the top of the screen. And now most of the options will be inactive, and basically after entering any other section, you will see that the developer options will disappear from the settings, but of course no worries, you can customize them again. Just go back to the build number step and keep tapping. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to activate automatic system updates on this device. So I'd like to show you two different ways thanks to which you can activate the automatic system updates. The first one is more user-friendly and the second requires entering the settings, the advanced settings. So let's start with opening the options, the settings. And here in this left section, we have to go and find software update. You have to scroll all the way down to find it. So let's simply tap on it. And as you can see, we've got the option which is connected with the automatic download over Wi-Fi. So all you have to do is to make sure that this option is marked. So just tap on the switcher, and from now on, your device is allowed to download the software updates automatically, of course, whenever connected to the Wi-Fi network. Of course, you can turn this option off in the same way. And the second way is more advanced, and you will have less control, let's say. Your device will basically apply the updates overnight whenever it will be restarted, so you probably won't even notice that. Let's go to the About tablet, and here we have to go to software information. Let's localize build number and keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're in the developer mode. In my case, it is already turned on. As you can see, it will appear under the About tablet. So just tap on it and here scroll down to find the option Auto Update System. Simply tap on the switcher to turn it on, and from now on, your device is allowed to apply the updates whenever it will be restarted. And of course, whenever the update is available. You can turn this option off just by tapping on the switcher again. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will try to answer the question, can Samsung Galaxy Tab S11 play and can you install Fortnite on it? Let's begin. And the answer isn't as easy as it seems, because technically we could go into the Play Store and we could go and search for Fortnite, and you will see nothing. Like there is no Fortnite whatsoever. You cannot download it through here. So does it mean like it cannot run it? It's banned? Actually no, but it's very easy to make an assumption like that. If you want to play Fortnite, unfortunately you have to install something else. Let's go into our Chrome tab and let's search for Epic Games Download. As you can see, it is epic.download. Let's hit go. And here we have I'm really sorry for the quality. I will keep my hand here so the light won't really go all over the place. But this is the Epic Game Store download page. And in here you can, for example, download it for the Android, which is the operating system that your tablet is using. And then you want to, for example, be able to play few things. You simply want to hit download and then you should be good to go. And also you won't be able to only play Fortnite, you also will be able to play, for example, Fall Guys on even Rocket League, which is very, very cool. But I don't want this video to be really long, so if you want to learn how you can download Fortnite on your tablet, you can always watch our tutorial on how to download Epic Game Store application. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe and support us by subscribing, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy S11 tab, and today I will show you how you can enable power saving mode on this tablet. So to get started, swipe down from the top right side of the screen like this, and here you'll find one bunch of toggles. So in this area, I'm going to swipe down again, and it will extend the list of visible toggles. Now from here, find the toggle for power saving mode, which for me is visible right here. So actually, it was actually visible without needing to extend it. It's right here. So anyway, once you see this toggle, you can tap on it. As you can see, it enables dark mode, turns on battery saver, and does a couple other things. So let's actually hold this toggle This will take us to the settings and give us actual options to change some of the things that we might not like, along with actually letting us know what is being changed. So number one, we have limit CPU speed to 70%, decrease brightness by 10%, limit motion smoothness to standard, turn on dark mode, and set screen timeout to 30 seconds. Now there is another one, limit apps on home screen. When enabled this is what you could consider as a ultra power saving mode. Now to actually add this toggle, first need to turn it off and then toggle it on and re-enable it. But for the most part, majority of us are interested in this mode, as the extreme mode removes applications from your home screen, removes wallpapers, and does a lot of things that just make the device less usable. So it might not be the best kind of way, but to have power saving mode, but it is going to be the one that gets you the best battery life. So anyway, let's enable your power saving mode. Once you're done with it, you can quickly turn it off by tapping on the toggle once more. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to add a Google account onto your Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin. First, we want to simply go into our settings here. Alternatively, you can, for example, enter Play Store and then click sign in from here. But just for convenience, we can try to do it the official way, let's say. And by that I mean heading into your settings, scrolling almost all the way down and then entering Google. In here we should see the sign in button. We must now input our pattern just to confirm our identity, and then you can input the Gmail credentials. And by the way, as a fun fact, you do not have to manually type in @gmail.com, because if the first part is actually correct, the Google will just put the other part automatically, meaning that you don't really have to do it every single time you log in. That's a pretty nice fun fact, and I think it's pretty convenient. But anyway, now you want to input the password to your account. Remember that if you forget your password, you can always go into forgot password, and then you can go through the process of retrieving your password back. Anyway, now we can simply go and hit next. We have to agree to terms of service, place terms of service and privacy policy. And we also want to be happy. Literally, I thought that something else would happen, but you don't have to type in anything else. You can now freely use anything Google related, and you should be automatically logged in into everything that's coming from Google into your Google account. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I will show you how you can wipe cache partition on this device. So, to get started, we'll need to grab a cable, have it plugged into your computer, and for now have it ready on the side. On the tablet side, we're going to turn it off, so swipe down from the top right side, click on the power button, and choose power off. Give it a moment. Now when the device turns off, you will want to hold your power button and volume up at the same time. Now the moment you start holding both of these buttons, I'm going to plug in the cable. So I'm going to arrange everything so I don't fiddle around with the plug. So I'm going to start holding volume up and power button now, plug in, and in a second you see Samsung and then Galaxy. Now when you see the Galaxy logo, you can let go of the power button, keep holding volume up till you have recovery mode visible. Once you do, you can get rid of the cable. It's only required to put this device into recovery mode. Now, once in here, we need to use volume buttons to navigate up or down, depending on if you press up, volume up or down. So I'm going to start pressing volume down to navigate down, and I'm going to select wipe cache partition. Now that it's selected, we confirm it using our power button. Select yes. It's going to tell you that it's wiping cache and then cache wipe complete. at which point Reboot System Now will be selected by default. So let's press power button once more, and this will bring us back to Android. I'm keeping my hands just because the camera has very hard time focusing on black screen for some reason. So I just keep my hand so that it has something else to try to focus on. And as you can see, we are now back in Android. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome, in front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I will show you how you can enable your Do Not Disturb mode on this tablet. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top right side of the screen like this, and in this area, swipe down again, and this will extend the list of visible toggles. Now we're looking for the Do Not Disturb mode, which should be added by default. You can see it on my end, it's right over here, but if for some reason you don't see the toggle, you can click on this pencil and select Edit, and this will allow you to add additional toggles right here, which obviously if you can't find your Do Not Disturb mode here, it would be somewhere here, and you just grab it, drag it here, drop it, and click on Done, and that's about it. So once you see the mode, you're gonna hold it in here, and you can either turn it on right away for a specified amount of time until turn off, or you can also click on Details, which will take you to the settings, where you have the option to set it up as a schedule, along with setting some additional options for like calls, messages, pop notifications, and alarms and sounds. So you can go through this at least once, change the settings to fit your exact needs, and once you have done so, you don't need to go back here again. And for the people that want to use a schedule mode, so they don't need to toggle it on and off, once you set it up, for instance, like this one where it's running every day from 10 p.m. till 7 a.m., once it's set, just toggle it on. And that's all you need to do. And you can create multiple ones at the same time, have them running simultaneously if they are in different times. So once everything is set, find the toggle, simply tap on it, turn on, and that's it. You can see it's now enabled. Now the way I had turned it on, I will need to remember to turn it off by finding the toggle and tapping on it once more. But if for instance you changed, or not changed, but selected the timed one, so right now it's set to 1 hour. After 1 hour, it's going to turn itself off automatically, so I don't even need to remember it. But anyway, that basically sums it up. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I will show you how we can boot this device into recovery mode. So, before I get started, I'm going to quickly mention that you will need a cable for this in a computer. So I have one right here. Now the cable is already plugged into my computer. So to get started, we're going to first turn off our device. So swipe from the top right side, click on the power button, and choose power off. Now when the device turns off, you want to hold your power button and volume up at the same time. And the moment you start holding them, you're going to grab the cable and plug it in. So I'm gonna just kind of align so it's not plugged in yet. There we go. So I'm gonna start holding the volume up and power button now. Plug in. In a second you will see Galaxy. When you do, let go of the power button. Keep holding volume up till we have our recovery mode visible. There we go. You can also get rid of the cable. It was only needed to get us into this mode. Now, while we're in here, we will need to use our volume buttons to navigate. So volume down navigates down and up and up. And power button will be used to confirm whatever is selected with that line. Now, going over the options, we have things like Reboot System Now, which takes us back to Android. Next, we have Apply Updates from ADB or SD card, Factory Reset, Wipe Cache Partition, View Logs from Tests, and Power Off. Now, there's not much more to show here, so I'm just going to press Power button as Reboot System is already selected, and this will take me back to Android. And there we go. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to enable the Google backup on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll down to the bottom to find accounts and backup. As you can see here we've got this Google Drive section, so let's tap on backup data and here tap on next. Tap on add account and make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. Confirm everything with your screen lock. And if you've got your Google account added to the device, you will be able to simply choose it from the list. If not, you have to add it. So here you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone. So let me do it. Okay, and then tap on next. Right here we have to enter the password, so let me do this out of the screen. Alright, and tap on next. So here we've got Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy. You can simply tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. Here we can decide what kind of data we would like to backup, so photos and videos and other device data. It's obviously up to you, you can mark both. I will choose only this one and tap on confirm. Tap on manage backup, and as you can see here we've got our backup storage, the storage section where you can check how much space you've got left. You can manage the storage, so for example remove some unnecessary files. Under it we've got backup details, so we can check what has already been backed up. This option, I highly recommend to keep this option turned off, and to finish everything simply tap on backup now. Now we have to confirm everything with our screen lock, and as you can see we've got this information, which means that we just successfully enabled the Google backup. Alright, so that'll be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to change the keyboard language on this device. So let's begin with opening the app which will provide you with the keyboard. So for example messages, notes, browser, whatever, just have the keyboard on the screen and then enter the settings, so the gear icon. Then let's tap on languages and types. And here we've got the list of all currently applied languages. I've got 3 of them, so let's add new one. Let's tap on manage input languages, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available languages from which we can choose. The list is divided into 2 different sections. In the first one we've got those which can be directly turned on, so those with the switcher next to it, and under it we've got available languages, so those which are available but they are not downloaded. So all you will have to do is to simply tap on the specific language and download it. I can show it to you on the Arabic one. Just tap on it and your device will, let's say, download it, and then after getting to the very top of the list you'll see that it is right now here and it is marked, so it is turned on. Moreover, we can check it right here. As you can see we've got an additional language. Before I'll show you how to remove previously added languages, I'd like to show you how to use the keyboard with 2 or more languages added. So here we've got an additional option which is called language switching method, so let's tap on it. And here we've got 3 options, so spacebar, swipe, language key, and both. And I will choose both to show you how they work. So let me go back to the keyboard, and here we've got the keyboard. Right now we've got the English, but we can change it on by the spacebar swipe. So do something like that, and we will change the language. And here we've got the globe icon, thanks to which we can also change the language. So it's up to you which option you prefer. So in order to remove the languages, you have to open the settings again, tap on the languages and types, and tap on manage input languages. And now all we have to do is to simply tap on the switcher next to the specific language which you would like to delete. We've got only one applied, and as you can see, after getting back to the keyboard, we do not have the globe icon, we cannot spacebar swipe, which means that we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to enable the night light or a comfort mode. So let's start with the customization of this mode. Let's open the settings and here in this left section we have to scroll and find the display. Then let's localize the option Eye Comfort Shield and we can turn it on without any kind of customization just by tapping on this switcher here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me go back because I just wanted to show it to you. And let me probably change to the light mode so you'll be able to see the difference better. So as you can see, the screen turns a little bit yellowish or amber. It is basically in order to filter the blue light. What's more, it will be much easier for you to look at the screen at the dim light. So if you're a night owl, then I highly recommend to use this mode. So to customize it, we have to tap on the Eye Comfort Shield, and basically here we've got the adaptive one, which is more or less automatic. Your device will adjust the colors based on the time of the day, and obviously you can use it if you wish, but you can also custom it. Just tap on custom, and here we've got this color temperature switcher. By going to the left we can make it cooler, and by going to the right, warmer. As you can see, it's almost orangish. You can also set the schedule if you wish. You don't have to use this adaptive option. You can either set it always on, which is the manual option. You have to turn it on and off manually. Here you can set it from sunset to sunrise, and basically you will have to turn on the location because it is location based, and your device will automatically decide when the sunsets and sunrises are. Or you can simply custom it and you can choose the start and the end time, and your device will of course apply the mode accordingly. So it's completely up to you. Alright, so this is the customization, and if you wish to have much faster access to this option, simply unroll the top bar here on the right, because if you will swipe your finger on the left, you will open the notification panel. But here on the right, we've got this, let's say, control panel. Here we have to unroll it fully to find the Eye Comfort Shield, which is right here. So let's simply tap on it to turn it on and tap on it again to turn it off. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to add the photo to contact in this device. So let's begin with opening your contact list. Find it in the list of all apps. Here. Find the contact which you'd like to edit and then tap on it and tap on edit. So here we can either choose the profile card or contact card and the profile picture. So let me focus on the profile picture. Of course you can set the photo right here in this card. It's completely up to you. I will just pick the picture. So here we've got different sections. We can choose something from the camera. We can tap on the camera and your device will open the camera app so you can take a photo of someone who's right in front of you. You can choose something from the gallery, so from your previously taken photos. Here you can create the avatar, and here you've got different options. Let me tap on this plus icon. As you can see, you can pick, let's say, pre-installed pictures, which are connected with people, with animals, plants, or nature, basically, kind of emojis. And here are additional options. So let me choose maybe this one. So just tap on it and it will be immediately applied right here. However, I'm not showing you the full potential of this section, because let me choose something from the gallery. Maybe not. Let me just take a photo of something. So I'll be able to show you how to frame the picture, because that's might be quite tricky. Depends. Alright, let me just do it. Okay, so we've taken a photo, so just tap on OK to confirm. And now in this step, which is not available when you will choose the avatar, you can change the position of this highlighted circle. You can also zoom in or out the photo. And thanks to it, you can decide what you will see after saving the whole contact, because this highlighted circle is responsible for it. So position it just like you want to. You can also change the size of it and then tap on Done. Now let's tap on Save and tap on Save. And this is how our contact will look like. Of course, you will be able to see this photo on the contact list. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Galaxy Tab S11, and let me share with you how to add or remove a Google account in this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, which are not here. We have to find them in the list of apps. So let's find them, let's open them, and here in this left section we have to scroll down to find the proper section, which is called Accounts and Backup. If you wish to add your Google account using this section, you can do it. However, removing it from here will be a little bit, I would say, confusing, because you won't really find the option to remove it. So I highly recommend going to Accounts and Backup, and here tap on Manage Accounts. So as you can see here, we've got our Google account added. So let me start with showing you how to remove it. So just tap on it and tap on Remove Account. Tap on Remove Account again, confirm it with OK. And if you've got the screen lock, just enter to confirm. And as you can see, it will immediately disappear. It will also disappear from this section. So in order to add the account, we have to simply open Manage Accounts again and tap on Add Account. Choose Google and make sure that you've got the internet connection, because it is required. Again, confirm everything with your screen lock. And here in this step, you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone. So let me do it. Okay. And tap on Next. And make sure that you've got the internet connection, because it is required. You can use Wi-Fi or mobile data. It's up to you. And here we have to enter the password. So let me do this out of the screen. Alright, I've just speeded up this video a little bit. So just enter the password and then tap on Next. Right here we've got Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy. You can tap on them to learn more and then tap on I agree after reading. Here we've got the shortcut of backup and storage info, so just tap on Accept. And as you can see, we just successfully added our Google account to this device. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to uninstall WhatsApp from Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin! So, there are actually many ways in which you can uninstall certain application, and I think I will try to get into every single one of them. First, you can simply go into your app drawer, and here you should see our WhatsApp. And now we can press and hold onto the WhatsApp icon and then go into uninstall. We can choose to keep the data that's coming from the application, and then you can hit OK. This is the first way of uninstalling any application, and I believe that this is the fastest one. The other one, well, it requires you to open your Play Store, and then you can search for the application you want to uninstall, in our case WhatsApp. As you can see, we have the information that it is indeed installed on our device right now, and we can hit uninstall in order to uninstall it. Alternatively, if you don't know how the application is called, but you still want to get rid of it, we can enter the profile icon in the top right corner. Then we can manage apps on this device, and we can go into manage. Here we have all our different applications, and you can fully just scroll down through each and every one of them. So you can try to search for WhatsApp here. As you can see, it's here, WhatsApp Messenger. We can click the checkbox and then we can click the trash bin icon, which will also uninstall the application. And finally, as the last way for you to uninstall applications, we can head into our settings directly, not the Google settings, the device settings, then enter applications, which should be right here near the bottom. We should now be able to scroll down and search for our WhatsApp. Also, we can note how many more applications we actually see comparing to Google Play Store. You want to click the application you want to uninstall, and finally you can hit uninstall. And once again, you should be prompted with question if you want to keep the app data, if the application itself has some data. So let's hit OK. And yeah, that was all 3 or even 4 ways for you to uninstall application, in our case WhatsApp. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I will show you how we can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, you will want to navigate into your settings, swipe all the way down to General Management, and then swiping down here we will find Reset. I want to point out that we will need to sign out of our Samsung account right here, but this will be shown while we're trying to reset it. So again, we're still in the reset page right here. Swiping down, you'll find Factory Data Reset. Reset your tablet to its factory default settings. This will erase all data, including files and downloaded apps. Let's click on it. Also give us a list of different things right here. Then swipe all the way to the bottom. Then you have the reset option here. Now, if you have a screen lock, you also need to confirm it, which kind of defeats the purpose of then needing to sign out of a Samsung account. If you need one, why do you need the other one? For God's sake, just ask for one. Now we have the all data right here option, so we're going to click on or delete all. And here's the account, so I need to sign out of this trash. If I actually remember my password, which is even better question. Was it this? No, it wasn't. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video, go check out what the password is, and come back. Thanks, Samsung, for wasting my freaking time. Okay, so I checked and I think I got it now. Let's see. Yep, I did. You can see it's now shutting down once I confirm the password. And once it's shut down, it's automatically gonna begin deleting data. And then when it boots back up, it will enter into the setup page. So from there, you can set up your device. Now I'm gonna let it do its entire thing and come back once it's finished for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy Tab S11 and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalization. So we will begin with the personalization. Let's go to the settings. And here in this left section, we have to scroll and find Google, so Google services. Let's tap on it. Be aware you do not have to be logged in to be able to remove the services, personalization. All we have to do here is to tap on all services, scroll down and go to ads. And basically, here we can reset and delete advertising ID. Basically, this operation will not completely remove the advertisements. However, they will reset the advertising ID, which means that we will not get the personalized ads, which is also a nice result of the whole operation. So first of all, simply tap on reset advertising ID, tap on confirm, and then tap on delete advertising ID. Tap on delete and it will be immediately removed. Obviously, it might be obvious for some of you, but for some maybe not. I highly recommend to use something called ad blocker. Just go to the Play Store, make sure that you've got the internet connection and that you're logged into your Google account. If you wish to check how to do it, you can check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device. And basically, you can enter the specific name of the ad block or simply enter ad block. And try to find any kind of apps. Sorry, I'm confusing ads with apps. Any kind of app which will give you the ad block. So as you can see here, we've got the ad block for the browser. We've got also the ad block for Samsung Internet, for content blocker, for extension. That was simply an extension. Ultimate browser, block apps and focus. We've got a lot of stuff. We've got also ad block for apps, ad blocker VPN, a lot of things. And I really highly recommend to download the ad block, but be aware and choose those which are highly rated because they are safe. So this is the way, and as a last resort, and the option which I believe is quite effective. Yes, that's the word. Let's open the settings, and here in this left section we have to go to connections because we will set private DNS. So just tap on connections, tap on more connection settings, and here we've got private DNS. So just tap on it, and even though it is on the automatic one and it is recommended, I highly recommend to simply tap on private DNS provider hostname, and here enter the name of it, which is dns.adguard.com. Okay, and tap. What happened here? Obviously we cannot connect because it should be DNS and not instead. Let me change it, dns.adguard.com. Okay, save. And as you can see, we don't have this information that we cannot connect. We've got it set, and thanks to it, you should receive less advertisements. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I'll show you how you can hard reset this device through recovery mode. So, before I get started, I do want to quickly mention one thing, which is you can do this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock if you have one set that you don't know. Now, this will be a little bit more annoying to enter recovery mode than normally, as normally if you know your screen lock, you would just do this. Just to demonstrate it, you can swipe up or swipe down from the corner, select power off, and the device is off. Now, once the device is off, what you want to do is hold your power button and volume up at the same time, and the moment you start holding it, you're gonna just plug in the cable. Now for me, it's going to be a little bit more annoying because I need to plug in the cable right away. So right now, come on. And instead of turning off the device, I can't do that as you see because it's forcing me to confirm the screen lock. What I'm gonna do instead is hold power button and the volume down, as long as it takes the device to just forcibly turn off, or more precisely reboot. So the moment the screen goes black, not timed out like it did, I will switch to power button and the volume up, which is the same thing that you're gonna do, that you're gonna be holding if you know your screen lock after you turned off the device. You're gonna power volume up and plug it in. My device will be already plugged in, so I'll be just swapping from one to another. You're just gonna start holding it and plug it in. So anyway, let's showcase this now. I'm gonna hold power button, volume down. I will interact with the display because the moment it turns off, which is right about now. Oh, a little bit longer, come on. There we go. It's off, so I'm switching to power button and volume up. In a second, we should see Samsung. There we go, Samsung. Once you see Galaxy, you can let go of the power button, and I don't know if it's gonna boot up into it. We're gonna see. Okay, it did. I did by mistake let go of the buttons, so I was kind of afraid of it, but you can see it boots us into here. So this way, we don't need to provide the screen lock. We can just enter this mode without it, and yeah, we can enter it. And like I mentioned, if you know your screen lock, you just turn off your device and hold these two buttons, plug it in, and you get the same kind of treatment. You get the Samsung logo, Galaxy shows up, you let go of the power button, and keep holding volume up till you get this mode. Now in here, using volume buttons, we're going to navigate, so I'm going to start pressing volume down specifically to navigate down in order to select wipe data, factory reset, confirm it using your power button, then select factory data reset and confirm that. It's going to tell you that it's formatting data, and then data wipe complete, at which point reboot system now will be selected by default. So we can just press the power button to initiate reboot. You can also unplug the cable. So because it's rebooting, it's actually also continuing the resetting of the device in the background. So it will take the tablet a little bit longer to turn back on. So don't worry, that is completely normal. Once the process is finished, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And you can see the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S11, and today I will show you how we can capture a screenshot on this device. So, to get started, you will want to open up content that you wish to capture, which for me will be just the home screen that is already open and visible on my screen. Once the content that you wish to capture is visible for you, simply press the volume down and power button at the same time. You get this flash along with a pop-up with edit, tag, share, and Google Lens options, which does disappear automatically on its own. So when it disappears, you can find your screenshot by going into your gallery application, and your screenshot will be visible under pictures if you just captured it at the very top. But later on, if you're trying to find it down the line, it might be much easier to navigate into your albums, in which you will find screenshot album like this one right here, and you will see only screenshots in here. So here's a screenshot that I captured a moment ago. Now this is one way of capturing a screenshot. There's another way, if I can actually find the little pencil logo, or I guess we can do the double press right here. Typically you would have a circle somewhere. Anyway, once you click on that either circle or just do the double press, it shows up this panel and allows us to do things like AI select. Now you might be right now wondering, what's AI about it? And to that I can tell you absolutely freaking nothing, because it pretends that it's AI and then just allows you to do this and does the same kind of select that it did before AI was a thing. It just, you know, anything with a label as AI makes investors just drop their entire life savings into it. So Samsung obviously is utilizing that to fleece them out of their money. I mean, if you're a dumbass to invest into this, I guess you deserve to. Like, literally everything now has AI in it, even though nothing has changed in the operation. Hence, for instance, the screenshot mode. So before, I want to also point out, it was a little bit better because it actually gave us distinction between a couple different modes of capturing a screenshot. So You could capture one like this. There was also another one which actually allowed you to capture an exact crop of what you selected. So if you had like a wonky little, sky-like selection, a little cloud, it would actually crop that and select and capture exactly what you have like drawn around. So that is not really a case here unless we can just choose it from the options, but by default it looks like it opts into this just box that you can resize. Now once you have captured the area that you want, which can actually move around, you don't need to capture right away. So once you have it placed where you want to, you will need to save it by clicking right here. If it seemed like there was no AI involved in here, that's because probably there wasn't. The only AI was when you had, when you had this weird animation that is literally straight out of like AI and what you call it, the circle to search, but it's not active. I also want to point out that this option now with AI requires you to be signed in to internet and also have a Samsung account signed in. Otherwise it won't function. Because why the hell would it? It's a screenshot that allows you to have an account. You're right. Anyway, same thing as before. Once you capture a screenshot, you can find it in the gallery. It's going to be saved in the same location, no matter in which way you captured it. As you can see, here it is. So there we go. Now, hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how you can install WhatsApp without Play Store on Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. And let's begin. Now, usually for the convenience, you probably would want to head into Play Store, type in WhatsApp and then just install it. But we are in a different video, and in here you want to learn how you can do it without the Play Store. Maybe you are a Huawei user for some reason and you can't do that, or whatever, like it doesn't really matter. Maybe you just don't like Google, it's completely fine. Luckily for you, there's a very easy way for you to download your WhatsApp here. First, you want to enter the browser of your choosing. I'm going to choose Chrome since I believe this is the most popular one. We can continue since I have never used that browser on this device now. And now we want to enter URL and we want to just search for WhatsApp, and then you can simply click download. Here you want to be pretty careful because there are plenty of different things you can choose here. And it really depends on the type of search browser and search engine you have. I have browsers, so I have Brave, so we have the legit link right at the top. But I also seen possibilities that you could see this on the top, and as you can see, this is just the link to the Google Play itself. If we click it, we'll get transported here, which we of course don't want to. So let's go into whatsapp.com/download. As you can see, the web page is very easy to check. And now we can scroll down a little. And we want to go here. And we should be able to see the download button, which, okay, never mind, it's right here. I for some reason missed it. So as you can see, this actually doesn't do anything, which is pretty funny. This is just the link for you to download it, and we also have like WhatsApp web and all of that. But we are looking for a direct way for us to install the WhatsApp not on our That's interesting indeed. Okay, I have found the issue, and I'm actually quite surprised because they have changed their site. We don't want to head into whatsapp.com/download, instead we want to scroll down a little, and here we have whatsapp.com/Android. So we want to head here. So as you can see, this is how it looks. And once again, we technically do have the ability to just, input it and go into getting it on the Google Play, but we can also download it directly. So let's click that. We are now installing the APK file, and now we can open it. But for our security, our tablet currently isn't allowed to install all normal apps from the source. We can change this in settings, so we can click that. but actually there isn't, like, we can't really change that. So we have to manually go into our settings, and I believe that this can be easily found inside security and privacy. We can scroll down a little, go into more security settings, I believe, install unknown applications, and we want to enable Brave and Chrome, but the Chrome itself should be happy with all of that. And now we can once again go back to our browser here. We can click here, go into downloads, and let's try to open it once again, and finally we can click that install button. But the unknown app is blocked. Luckily, don't worry, it's very easy to fix as well. Now we want to head into security and privacy once again, but this time we can simply disable the auto blocker we have here. And now we can click the WhatsApp.app, install, and we can finally install the application. By the way, this way we can probably install almost anything on our device, at least as long as it's legal, of course, because installing from unlegal sources is illegal, as the name suggests. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.